Well, good morning. I'm Pastor Shane, and this is Roland. Rolly, my rescue Chihuahua. Everybody should rescue a Chihuahua at least once in your life, right, Ro? Yeah, Rolly's my buddy, okay? So today, we're going to take 5 minutes, and we're going to talk about one of my all-time favorite verses. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 18. It says, "They have been a wonderful encouragement to me as they have been to you. You must show your appreciation to all who serve well." That's a command. You must show appreciation to all who serve well. So Paul, he was saying, you believers, you've got a thing going here. However, notice, they didn't preach sermons. They didn't corner people that were discouraged and preach a sermon. They didn't do that. They didn't perform a miracle. No, they didn't wave their hands and do something exciting. No, they simply showed up. Often just your presence, the fact that you're caring, you're using some active listening, you're actually just sitting there soaking it in, often not giving advice. Your presence is priceless to these people. So you're going to find that encouragers naturally don't do big things, right? They show up. They do small things that make a huge difference. See, that's what encouragers do, right? So most people you encounter, they're carrying more weight than they're ever going to tell you. They're discouraged. They're afraid of something. Something is stressing them out. Anxiety, depression, loneliness. They have hidden battles, right? That is a fact of life. So sometimes all they need is somebody that cares, right? Somebody that will encourage them by their presence. A small word, a reminder, let them know they're not alone in their battle. Sometimes it's just a hug, yeah? Sometimes it's just some listening. Now listen, encouragement is not going to remove the weight that they're carrying, okay? It simply gives them the strength. It's kind of like they lean on your shoulders for a brief moment of time as they carry what's already inside them. So one of the most powerful gifts that you can give somebody is encouragement, lifting somebody's spirit. You're just giving them your courage just for a moment, helping them breathe, okay? Everybody needs encouragement when you're tired, when you're discouraged, when you've got, maybe you don't feel seen, maybe you feel taken advantage of. Life is just pressing you down, and God uses very ordinary people to bring great encouragement. Anybody can be an encourager. That is choosing not to be judgmental, not to be critical, not to tear down, but to be an encourager, to build up. This is huge. You notice the people Paul is talking to, it doesn't even list many names. No, we're talking about they're not famous, they don't have special education, they're not apostles, they're not miracle workers, they're just faithful. They are there, they are present, and this is huge. When somebody is present, they make a difference, all right? So, sometimes the best you can do, maybe a text. We live in a day of texting. So do you text people? A dear friend of mine named Crystal, she used to call me or send me a text once a week, and she called it a buddy check. Once a week, she'd get a hold of me and just check in and make sure I'm doing okay. Am I sleeping? How am I? And she didn't want nothing. The whole thing would take 2 minutes, but she wanted me to know that she cared. That's huge. Sometimes I will do a prayer with somebody. God will bring somebody along and, man, they got something weighing heavy on them, and they'll mention it, and I'll pray with them right there. I don't tell them, I will pray for that. I'll put it on. No, I'll pray right then and right there with them. I want them to know that we are inviting God into whatever it is they're working on, okay? Now, a listening ear, man, you're going to be shocked how often just doing some active listening, just sitting there and letting somebody pour out their heart where you are not going to say anything. You're just listening, okay? They have somebody that cares, that's present, and giving an active listening. Yeah, this is huge. Man, I got lists of these things. So encouragement is a ministry that God honors, okay? And that's something you can do today. The Apostle Paul says right here, such people deserve recognition. The encouragers deserve recognition. Why? Because encouragement isn't an accident. It is intentional. It's something that you make a decision to do. So you notice encouragement is very seldom loud, but it's consistent. It's not glamorous, but it's deeply Christ-like, being like Jesus.